Welcome to Ecstatic Yoga. I'm Grace. Welcome to our Warrior Flow. Our focus is going to be on the physical body. We're also going to talk a little bit about alignment and the bandhas again. We're talking about bandhas this week. This is Xander. You can see his little tail. He'll be joining us, I'm sure. Let's begin. Find a nice, comfortable place to sit. I love doing my yoga outdoors. If you're indoors, you can have a yoga mat. I like to have a blanket a lot. They can put this under your knees at times. In Savasana, when you're ready to lay down and relax, it's nice to have a blanket to put over you to keep you warm. Straps are always nice to have in some poses and blocks. Props and water. Water is always good to keep hydrated. Props are excellent to help with alignment. We're going to talk a little bit about alignment today. And sometimes when you can't get into the proper alignment and you just use a block, and especially with these blocks, you can have it be like this, just a little bit of lifting the earth a little, lifting the earth a little more, and even lifting the earth a little bit more. So there's options. I do a lot of yoga out in nature. Beaches, woods, places. So I'm in a habit of not using props, which probably isn't the best habit, but I love my habit of doing a lot of yoga out in the wild and out in nature. So I have that balance of I have to give up maybe a little bit to I don't want to put in a fanny pack straps and blocks and things like that if you're hiking up a few miles. And I've been doing yoga a long time, so I've gotten flexible to the extent where I don't really need the blocks as much as maybe a beginner would need, or that I needed in the beginning. So these are some things we're going to use for alignment today. And we're going to start the practice simply with breath. And this week we've been focusing on the four breaths. Simple breath awareness, mindful breathing, belly breathing, where you're breathing into this lower abdomen during pranayama. We're imagining like a glass of water, the beautiful oxygen dropping all the way down to the pelvic floor. Breathe into this abdomen. Full breath. And three-part yogic breath. So we have the belly breathing, abdominal breathing, mindful breath awareness, and three-part yogic breath. And that's when we're going to bring it from the belly, like a wave, into the ribs. And then we're going to feel our chest or clavicle area with prana and life force. It's a nice time to engage the bandhas and the breath for just a moment there, and then release. And today we're just going to be doing a release. And the option is to release it first in the chest, then in the ribs, and then in the belly, or just releasing the breath completely and naturally. So let's go into our pranayama. See, I told you Xander would show up. Here he is. It's my inheritance from John, who inspired ecstatic yoga by asking me to register my ecstatic yoga class a week before he passed while we were hiking Mount Olympus. And I had promised him that I would, and I kept my promise. And it has not always been easy. I did keep my promise, and we have Xander, the ecstatic yoga kitty, my John's cat, who I inherited. Best inheritance ever. I'm living. So let's begin, and close the eyes so you can draw the attention inward. And this week we're focusing on the physical body. So we're going to, during this breath awareness, we're going to be noticing the body. So first thing is you've got these two little bony processes underneath the right and left butt cheek. It's gluteus. Underneath those gluteus muscles is sits bones, SITS, sits bones, like when you're sitting. And feel those bony processes, each one, feeling that connection to the earth. So, like we talk about with alignment, we always set the foundation first. It's like you wouldn't be building and aligning the walls of a house until you've set the foundation and it's something to build the house on. So, when we feel that earth and that connection to the earth, our body's connected. And in Sukhasana, easy pose, easy seated pose that we're sitting in right now, we can feel those sits bones, can feel a little bit of the feet and the ankle, and noticing the upper thigh, just noticing that connection to the earth, taking a moment to rest in mindful breathing. As you begin to relax in your body, notice your breathing rhythm and bring all your awareness to the physical body as you breathe naturally. And maybe notice where your body is in time and space. Here now, where are you in time and space? Where of the breath in the body, physical body is breathing. And notice the physical body as you simply breathe your natural rhythm. Recognizing how often your physical body is actually in touch with the earth. Maybe how often it's not. And the earth doesn't need to be directly the earth, preferably directly the earth, as you can absorb the natural vitality of the earth, the prana, the life force, grounding. Also, if you're on the floor, even if you're on a chair or bed, and that chair has legs that's connected to the earth, and the bed has legs that are connected to the earth. Now, if you were in an airplane, you would not have a grounding. But you could still, if you're doing this in an airplane, notice the seat that's supporting your body. Become curious about this physical expression from a witness perspective, physical aspect of ourselves. It's temporary, benign, lifetime, truly 100 years, maybe more, maybe less. We exist eternally and have embodied many, many, many times. We continue to, if we choose to, we wish to, we want to. And what we're consciously creating and intending is sacred embodiment. Pure consciousness is animating the body. And there are filters, there's words, there's conditioning, there's good habits, there's bad habits. It's all kinds of programming, beliefs that we've been fed. And those are simply this kind of area of the world we're born into, the parents, environment, family. None of that is true. There's lots of beliefs, and we'll all out manifest if someone truly believes in something, but we truly get to choose it. Truly, it's a place. Every family, culture, everywhere in the world, every organism has a unique set of beliefs. And we get to choose which ones are most empowering. We don't, which may not necessarily be the ones that we were raised in, born into. But maybe there's some of that conditioning we enjoy and we want to keep, and it truly empowers and inspires us and enlivens our joy. So as that pure consciousness, witnessing that this physical body, this physical experience, for me, I'm petting a cat. It feels so good on my hands. Soft. It's purring. Get to pet my chickens. We have a different feeling. Feathers. Silky. And they don't let me pet them. Noticing your experience of being a human and see how it feels in your body. I mean, this isn't feel stretched. Any of discomfort. Remembering as we move through this yoga class and all the yoga classes you ever take, always honor your body above all else. No competition in holding a pose longer, or the instructor tells you to hold your body longer. You need to go out. You need a break. I need to take a break to see Savasana, corpse pose, laying down, to stand for a moment. We like to hold the poses. Just playing the edge, like 7 versus 10 would be an Olympic athlete working all out, and 0 would be someone sitting on the couch with bagged potato chips watching TV. So we push ourselves to about a 7. We're not forcing, we're not even pushing hard, we are challenging ourselves just a little, playing the edge, right on the edge of the comfort. So you can stretch that muscle, hold that pose a little longer than we're used to. And this is what opens the body up gently, kindly, healthily. And that edge feels really good. It's not a hurt so bad. It's a hurt so good. I feel so good. It's not a hurt. It's a feel so good. Feels so good. So stay in that feels so good stage where you're stretching the muscles and it feels good. And if you move into pain, it's always best and wisest to back off a little bit. Body's telling you back off. You hit some pain. And we're going to move that breath now into the belly. Deep abdominal breathing. And in ecstatic yoga, I'm going to open my eyes. I can invite you to open your eyes for a moment if you want. It's nice going in and noticing the body and time and space. In ecstatic yoga, one of our very core practices is abdominal breathing. And that this be our natural way of breathing into the belly. Because when we breathe into that lower abdomen, it triggers the parasympathetic nervous system, which is the relaxation response throughout our entire body. And this puts us in receptive mode, a mode where we feel safe, where we feel comfortable, It's not anxiety. It's fear. You're in this place, relaxed, easygoing, comfortable. This is the state that we want to have the body in, and this is how we access sacred embodiment. And yoga can be used as a wonderful tool to move through anxiety. It's one of the things yoga and meditation is what helped me in my youth move out of a lot of anxiety and depression. And I tried a couple of antidepressants, and none of them worked. And I had a grand mal seizure in one, and that was the end of that. And then I started with yoga and meditation. And I was in college. And it made a huge impact on my state. Not that I don't ever get into states of anxiety and depression, panic, especially after John passed. I had post-traumatic stress, and I had anxiety attacks and dread attacks. I moved through that through practicing gratitude and a lot of other things John helped me. If we breathe into the belly all the time as our natural default breath, this tells our body, all the nervous system within our body. The nervous system is connected to all the subtle systems of the nadis and the meridians and the pranavayas. We are safe. We can relax. There's no imminent danger right now. And for the body to relax is when the health building hormones are released. Serotonin, like what they have in the antidepressants, and then you don't have to have the side effects. And I had a large struggle with. And belly breathing. Relax you. So at the end of the ecstatic yoga teacher training, we want you to be a natural belly breather and teach your children and your children's children. And breathe this way the rest of your life. So we're going to go through a little meditation, just breathing into the belly. As you inhale, you feel that lower belly expand and fill with life force and prana and light. Receiving it, and as you exhale, feel that abdomen and that navel coming in towards the spine. Breathing out through the nose. Now still breathing for the moment. And the exhale, as you let everything release, abdomen comes in towards the spine. Let go of the carbon dioxide, stress, worry, fears. Let go of all that no longer serves you. Maybe some belief systems that make you feel afraid, evoke anxiety, or habits or ways of being, things you feel you're supposed to do and have to do. You may pray and intend for a more expansive way for yourself. And coming back and moving into 3-part yogic breath. Inhaling into the belly, the ribs, and the chest. Filling the entire cavity of your chest, torso, pausing, and then letting the breath go. And just letting it go completely, or exhaling from the chest to the ribs. Continuing a few more 3-part yogic Durga pranayama breath. Pause top, and you could pause at the bottom. So engage those bandhas at your pause. Building the energy inside your body. Building the prana. Nice comfortable way to relax your hands. Aware of that foundation where your body's connected to the earth. To notice the alignment of your spine. And feeling that tailbone, tucking it under, moving into some gentle little cat-cows. Find a nice aligned place. Middle of cat-cow, maybe even fit in your cow. Gently engaging that abdomen, pelvic floor engaged. Feeling that lumbar spine, the mid spine, the lower spine, lining up from that tailbone. Lower spine, your dotted area in your low back. And then move into those thoracics, that mid spine, lower, mid, and upper thoracics. Stacking those and lining those up. Get to the shoulder blades and the shoulders. So feel the shoulder blades come together, and then shoulders come back a little and drop down away from the ears. And the head is reaching up towards the heavens. Continue the 3-part yogic breath. Gentle engagement of those bandhas, the Mula Bandha, pelvic floor is Mula Bandha, lower abdomen is Uddiyana Bandha, and the chin coming in gently with the tongue on the roof of the mouth is Jalandhara Bandha, Mala Bandha, when you're engaging all 3. See if you can gently engage those as you breathe. Pausing at the top and the bottom of the breath as you notice the life force in the prana build. So seal in the energy, bandhas, and breathe. Belly, ribs, and chest like a wave. And let those bandhas ease just a little on the exhale, and re-engage them on that inhale. Gentle building of the energy, not a lot of effort, like the breath of fire, some vigorous breathing, nice, gentle, really build fire, increase the prana and the vitality in your body, inner aliveness. few more breaths. Really allowing that energy to build, especially at the top and the bottom of the breaths. And you engage those bandhas and hold. Pause the breath movement. 2. Comfortable. Feeling that really blissful feeling, that content feeling, peaceful feeling of the pause. Very ecstatic. Sense of contentment. Really present in the body. Mind relax and become still in that space. And the spine naturally move if it wants to move. Not consciously moving in. If it sways a little, allowing that. Breathing through the nostrils. Mouth gently closed. Fully present. Physical body and the breath. 2 more breaths. Taking a moment to let that breath go, that controlled breath, and practice. And allow body to return to its natural breathing rhythm with full witness, observing the body and the breath return, allowing the body to maintain that sense of peace, relaxation, presence, safety, long. Noticing your natural rhythm, and if you feel it's not dropping down into the belly enough, begin to allow that breath to come down to the belly in your natural rhythm, your natural pace. When we control is just dropping it down into its natural. Our resting breath should be in the belly. And we'll be moving through the practice. Anytime you notice the breath isn't in the belly, you drop it back down into the belly. So opening up your eyes. This was a nice review of our 3 breaths we are studying and practicing, focusing on this week. And thank you for that time. It's nice to set an intention with every practice after we've scanned the body and noticed how we're feeling. And I wanted to talk a little bit about intention because we'll be going through it. Let's bring the legs out, get a little more comfortable, maybe move them around. Intention is, we'll be using in every yoga practice. When we're set an intention, there's some things that I've been using with intentions in the yoga practice for 30 years now, probably. And the first thing is that it always be stated in the present. Now, studies on the subconscious mind say that the subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between past, present, just reality. But if someone feeds into the subconscious, I will get a car, then subconscious is reading, I don't have a car now. I will get one, but I don't have a car now. And it's a literal computer, the subconscious mind. It takes everything literal. So you say, I have the car of my dreams now. You say that and feed that into the subconscious. And some people say, well, that's not true. Well, we're always feeding our subconscious mind thoughts and beliefs. Some are true, some aren't. And whatever we feed our subconscious, it's going to eventually out manifest. We're in total control of the thoughts we get to program into our consciousness. None are true or false or right or wrong or good or bad. They all have outcomes. I will get a car in the future has the outcome of having a car in the future. Feeding your computer, I have a car, brings the gap between now and you having the car. The subconscious mind gets to work feeding you your car. That's how it works. It's a computer. Always in the present, in the positive. So it would be, if you're wanting to lose weight, wouldn't you say, I've lost all my weight. Better to say, I'm at my ideal weight. My ideal. That I'm maybe it's always in the positive. Focusing on the present moment and the positive. Stated, never to do that. I have the feelings of fulfillment now. I have that peace of mind now. I am at peace. I am present. When you go, I'm no longer disturbed. I am at peace. And the next very, very important thing when you're setting an intention is that you feel the same emotions you would feel with that car or with that peace or in that perfect relationship, perfect career, perfect home that you want, or that state of fulfillment that you desire. Move into those states. Feel all those emotions fully. You know how to do it. You're sad, you can conjure up any feeling. Think of a past time when you felt it. Conjuring up love, think of someone you love. Think of Xander, or your beloved, or your child, or your parent, or an animal, or a tree that you love. And then bring all those loving emotions in and around into yourself. Feel that love for yourself. So conjure up the emotion. You know you do when you really expect it to be something great. You start to feel those feelings. It's already happened. Feel exactly as you'd feel. You have your intention. You do have one. So we are going to begin now with our meditation. Taking a moment, get in our Sukhasana again. Hopefully you will move around a little bit. Amanda wants to play. And take this moment as you feel that earth underneath you again, ground your body, feel the foundation, and find that intention. And it can be a different one every day, so just grab one. You might have a few, but just grab one that's important most. It's pulling you the most. And repeat that. And even repeat it a few times. Have some gaps in between as you set the intention where in the positive in the present and where you bask in all those emotions that you would feel like you have it right now and feel that fully and play in that. And so we begin making sure that breath is in the lower belly, nice belly breathing. It's your natural pace, setting your intention and feeling the emotions. Bask in the joy of having this intention fully realized here now when you see yourself in your mind's eye in detail, getting into the car, smelling the new car smell, turning on, hearing the engine purr, seeing everything light up. Be in that relationship of your dream. So the dream, how you want the relationship to deepen your inner relationship. See the deepening, this little deeper connection. Laughter, unstoppable love between. And before you end this time of setting an intention, simply release it with a this or better, because often the universe can create and manifest and open up possibilities that our minds can't imagine and visualize, even the feelings we can't even feel quite at this point in our evolution. It's always opening it up to higher states, higher expressions than we can imagine. So we're not attached to it being exactly what the mind sees. And that takes the blinders off. So the universe can use the emotion, visions, intention, and create something perfect and wonderful and miraculous. Maybe as we imagine, but maybe far better. Releasing it with this or better, this or better, this or better. And I always love to send gratitude as well. Thank you ahead of time for this intention. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Always repeat lots of silent thank yous. Just playing. All right, so let's begin today's job. 5 to 5. Out the legs around. Beautiful. And when you're ready, getting up into a standing position. So we did a really long opening, but I wanted to really go through this first week. So as you go through, we'll be setting intentions every yoga practice, and I'll be reviewing, of course, to have a really good feel of how to set a good intention, get the emotions, the visualization, all the little details, see yourself be there, feel all the same emotions you feel, and magnetize it. I have done it time after time after time. Always works. That's how I manifest things my whole life. What am I doing? I just think about what I want. Align my words, my thoughts, my beliefs, everything with it. So I won't say anything I don't want to create. Very careful about what I say. And then the thoughts don't allow any thoughts to come in that contradict your intention. You have that thought channel, don't tune to that channel. Move into a different channel, a different radio station, different TV, different YouTube station. Move into a different station that is more inspiring and aligned with your intention. That's channel of thought. So we're going to just shake. Let's just do a nice few twists. Let's open up the legs. Let's bring the hands to the waist. Let's keep this. Oh, Xander. I'm going to take the left hand onto my waist, and I'm going to take the right hand up high. Hard time with this cat. I was away for a couple of days, moving over to a nice opening up the side body. Now we must. And then moving over to the opposite side. Spine, all different directions. Back to center. Let's put the hands on the hips again and then move in some circles. Feeling nice big circle with the hips. Seeing all the sensations, the physical body, hip joint, legs, pelvis, where of this body. Breath out. And let's go the other direction. And if you feel an area that feels really good, you can stop there, massage it a little bit, just feel it. And now we're going to do something a little different. We're going to make figure eights with the hips. Want to come back up, Xander? So feeling those figure eights. And let's go the other direction with the figure eights. Keep this area open. and moving. So when you're 102, you can move the same as you 25, 47. Good. Go back and forth. All right, so we're nice and warmed up. Tap that thymus. We do that a lot of the practices. Nice to get that immunity center. Keep tapping it every day. Youth, it's usually large, healthy, but sometimes it'll shrink a little as we age and our immunity isn't as strong. So if we tap it, it keeps it thriving. Looking like it's 25 years young. Beautiful. Okay, nice wide stance. I'm going to take this back leg, it's my right leg, and I'm going to point the front left leg 90 degrees. The back leg is about somewhere between 35, 45. Some people even like to have it right here at 45, anywhere in here. And find your body type in your frame, what feels good. This might feel better for your hips. This might feel a little. And we are going to keep the hips facing me. So we're not swiveling the hips. It's warrior one. We're moving into the Virabhadrasana 2. So we're working on some alignment. The hips are going to be facing forward. This leg, this back leg, nice micro bend in the knee. And this thigh is engaged in a nice thigh loop. So you're feeling this thigh engaged. And you're going to take this front knee and you're going to move it right over the front ankle. Now, if it goes a little behind, that's okay. We just don't want it to go forward because that puts stress on the knee. You're doing yoga every day and you're moving in a stressful position. That's going to cause problems as you move forward in life. Okay, so now we are going to that knees right over. We're going to bring the arms up. We want to have them parallel so they're both even, and one down and one up. Keeping them parallel to the earth below you. And you're going to turn your head to gaze out at the front fingertips. Now, what some people do is they start preparing for triangle when they're already in their warrior, and you'll see them in a warrior like this. So they're not they're a little out of alignment because they're already moving forward to move into a triangle. But we don't need to do that when we're in pose and hold. So we're going to engage those bandhas. So we get the Mula Bandha engaged, a gentle lift, Uddiyana Bandha, abdomen engaged, lift, Jalandhara Bandha, chin in, tongue on the roof, and breathe. And enjoy the posture, enjoy being in your body. Pose. Nice deep belly breaths. Next inhale, drop the back arm, the back leg, reach the front arm up. Beautiful. First warrior. It says a few names, strictly for men. And the knee is still over the ankle. And if it feels like you want to straighten that knee, that's okay. That's a beautiful option. Keep the knee. Okay. Easy up towards the heavens, infinite sky, your infinite soul potential. Consciousness animates through its own body, sacred body temple. Next inhale, we're going to reach that left arm up. And as we exhale, we swoop that arm to rest gently on this front thigh. As you saw, I adjusted my foundation a little bit. I smoothed my knee up a little bit. So I widened my stance. Even in alignment, there's some options. You can just put the hand on the side here. You can hold it here. You can even put it behind your back. This front arm, this back arm, like to have it aligned with the body. Some people like to bring it in a curve. Some people keep it straight up. Find what works for you. Lots of options. And if this is hard to to hold this pose because we're putting very little weight on this hand. This hand is not resting on the thigh. We're using our strength. It's just there. I like to cup the hands. Imagine it's a little bit of water, holy water right here. And you can stabilization to the block. 2 more breaths, engaging the bandhas and breathe into the belly. Side in. And we're all set up now. We don't have to hinge forward like we showed you for our triangle. We're going to straighten that front leg. Now we can use this block and triangle too, so we should throw it out so quickly. You can come down to the earth. You can come down to the block. Now with alignment, you want this part open, shoulders open in your triangle. So if you're not using a block and it as you close up a little or move out of alignment because you want your body in one plane, like your body's between 2 glass doors, use your block, and that can help often really open up the heart, the shoulders, and keep you right in that alignment of the pose, Trikonasana, triangle. And you can gaze up at the hands, fingertips, or you can keep that head in alignment with the spine. Engage those bandhas. Let's breathe into the belly. It's beautiful triangle Trikonasana pose. Feeling foundation, the feet on the earth, receiving the earth. Where are you in time and space? How is your body feeling? It's body temple. Your consciousness having a physical experience. Notice, use it to our best advantage. Next inhale, we're going to reach the extended fingertips up. And on the exhale, we're going to bring that hand down. And this is where we can use 2 blocks because we're going to move into our pyramid. Okay, Dan. You can put a block on either side of the front leg. The front leg is still you straighten that out with a little micro bend. Back leg, a little tiny micro bend. And we're going to hinge forward into a nice pyramid. There's a lot of options. You can have the hands here on your block, your side of the foot, front foot. You can even in this pose have the hands behind your back. Together, holding the wrists. Relax the head down. Or you can just have the hands down on either side. Find your variation. Engage those bandhas and breathe into the belly. Next inhale, I want you to take that right hand right beside the left foot. You can use a block here, or you can just have the hand down on the earth. With the block on the flat side. And we're going to move into revolved triangle. Viparita Trikonasana. So the hands firmly rooted on the earth at the block. And we're going to twist the spine and move facing away from me. Bring that left arm. And relax in that pose. Feel that back heel coming to the earth. Open up that chest. Use those bandhas and breathe. Shoulders stacked. Next inhale, reach into the fingertips. Exhale, coming back down. Moving back in to your pyramid. Relaxing and breathing into the belly. Enjoying, noticing the sensations that you're feeling in your body. Stretch from the back of the front leg. Back hip, hip. Now, feeling the feet connected to the earth. And your next inhale, we're going to set up for our Virabhadrasana 1, our warrior 1. So in our pyramid, the hands are down onto the earth. So we're going to start to move into the alignment. Our foundation is already set for our warrior 1. Now, sometimes people like to widen the stance or narrow the stance. I narrowed mine just a little bit. Back foot, still about 30 degrees front, 90 degrees facing forward. And we're going to come up to the knee. And as we come up here, we begin to align the body. So this back thigh is engaged, tiny micro bend in the knee. And my foot is anywhere from 45 to 30. Back foot. I'm going to bring that knee so it's back over the ankle. That front knee is over the ankle. And I'm going to take the hips, I'm going to square them. Tiny slight tuck of the tailbone. Square those hips. I'm going to feel my body lengthen, the spine lengthen. The shoulders are going to go back and down, shoulder blades coming together, chin coming parallel to the earth, and the head is going to be extending up and straight. Arms up, shoulders relax down. There's a lot of options you can do with the arms, but we get more into that later on in the 300-hour teaching. Engage those bandhas, and let's bring in those 3 breaths, focusing on the belly, low abdominal. And one breath. We're going to move into our warrior 3. So we'll relax the hands down. There's one alignment principle I forgot to tell you that I'll remind you on the other side, but you want to see if this knee lines up with the ankle. Also want to see it line up with that second toe. So big toe and then your second toe. Lines up about there. And second toe. So that's another alignment principle. So when we're moving into warrior 3 from warrior 1, first thing I like to do is I like to narrow my stance. Sometimes I'll just flow right into it, but if I'm taking it step by step, I'll narrow the stance. So get you almost halfway there to warrior 3. And then you want to bring your weight into that front leg. Toes kind of balancing, just touching the earth just gently, but not a lot of weight on this back leg. And then we're going to begin to hinge over in our balance, bringing that back leg up. And then the front arms come forward. And find a drishti spot that's not moving. And gaze at that to help you balance. And breathe. Belly breaths. More breath. Down. Adjusted my feet a little differently
So I was on a pretty uneven area, which can happen sometime when you're on the earth. Made it a little more challenging for me, but that's good practice too. To be on the earth and in uneven areas, it helps challenge your balance. Beautiful. So we're going to be coming face forward. We're going to move into a star. Legs stay wide, but our toes are going to face forward. Hips are forward and the arms are out. 5 points. So we're going to be moving into lines of energy a little more as we progress. With the star, the energy is all coming from the solar plexus. 5 lines. 2 are going down the legs into the earth. Other 2 are coming up to the heart, out both arms and fingertips. And the 5th intention, the 5th line of energy is coming straight up and out the crown. These are 5-pointed stars. So feel the feet press into the earth, arms, fingertips reach out, and feel that head reach up to the heavens. Engaging the bandhas, breathing into the belly. More breath. With that last exhale, bringing the hands to your hips, waist, and let's bring those heels in a little bit. We're going to froggy feet. We're going to move into a goddess. This helps our knees. So our knees are going to be following over the feet that are facing out. Protection. So bend those knees. And as you bend the knees, bring the arms up and move into a nice goddess. It's not quite the cactus, but it's beautiful pose. A lot of different names for this pose too. And find your squat. Might be way high, maybe it's way low. And listen to the body, the knees, everything about your body. It's just the middle there. Heart is open in this goddess pose. The energy is coming from the heart out, the palms of the hands, and they can go out to the world or into you. Feel how you're feeling today. Feel the feet grounded on the earth. That's our foundation. And that nice alignment, maybe a gentle tuck of the tailbone. Right over the feet, but not forward to the toes. You start going forward to the toes. You walk those feet a little wider. Come up. Bandhas are engaged. 2 more breaths into the belly. Up is a nice slow practice, holding the poses, feeling that sacred embodiment, being that body tempo. On the next inhale, coming all the way out. And bringing the hands to the hips here. So we'll feel these hips right here because this is where we're going to move. There's a few ways to move into a forward fold. One is a ragdoll where you get a rag, but also the hinge is more often. There's a few alignment principles with the hinge. We'll ragdoll up and we'll hinge down. So let me get a little view here to help you with the alignment. So there's a few things we want to be particularly careful about when we hinge forward. One is, and I see a lot of instructors do this, and schools do this. I was taught not to do this, and I see the science of it. If there's a lever, your hands are out, it's going to put pressure and stress on the low back. So even if you're hinging and the arms are out, I never do that. I always take the hands straight down, close to the body as I hinge down. Hinging at the hips. I take the hands out very wide angel wings as I hinge. Or my third option, I have the hands on the hips. Now the tailbone is out just a little. I'm in a slight extension of the spine. We were in cat, cow, a little bit more of a cow, a little more extension. And this helps as we hinge to protect the lower back. So hinging down, finding your method right now. Coming down. Now this is where you can come down to a block. You can bend the knees as much as you need to, or you can come down to the earth. You can even put your head on a block. A lot of variations here. But for now, we're just going to move into our nice wide leg forward fold. Engage those bandhas and breathe into the belly. Enjoy the embodiment. Feel the feet connected to the earth. Be the body temple. And coming up, let's do the ragdoll coming up. So coming up, we're going to allow that lower lumbar spine start to stack. It's like a string of pearls. And then we move up to the lower thoracic. Mid thoracic. We just start to stack up. Upper thoracic, feel cervicals, bring the head, face forward. And what? We move to the other side. My right leg is forward now, and my left leg is back. He's right over, hips are facing forward, arms are same height, leveling, even turning the head, gazing over the front fingertips, engage those bandhas and breathe. One more breath. Front knee right over the ankle. Next inhale, dropping the back arm to the back leg. Reaching that front arm up, kicking that knee right over the ankle. If you want to straighten that front knee, do a micro bend in the knees. So find your option. Gaze up to the heavens, engage those bandhas and breathe into the belly. 3 deep breaths. Breath. Reach into the fingertips. And on that exhale, swooping that front arm to gently rest on the front thigh, back arm comes up. Engage those bandhas and breathe. Deep belly breaths. Aware of your body, noticing sensations. Grateful to be in this body. You are the temple, true temple. One more breath. Moving to our trikonasana triangle, straightening that front leg. Bringing the hand down to your block or the earth. Stacking those shoulders. And gazing up towards the hands or keeping the head in alignment with the spine. Engage the bandhas and breathe. Reaching up. Exhale, bringing those hands, a hand on either side of that front foot and relax into your pyramid. Both legs straight, nice little micro bend. Enjoy the sensation. Present to your physical body. One more breath here. Bring the torso up. This left hand is rooted into the earth. You're going to twist away from me as you raise the right arm up. And breathe. Release the bandhas. Breath. Reaching into the fingertips. Inhaling up and exhaling back down into pyramid. Enjoy. Aware. And your next inhale, lining that front knee up with the front ankle. Finding your back foot. And coming up to the thigh, squaring those hips. Getting that knee aligned with second toe, bring the arms up into your Virabhadrasana 1, warrior 1. Shoulders relaxed, arms up. Engage the bandhas and breathe. One more breath in. Next inhale, move into warrior 3. You need to take a step, or if you want to just flow right into it. Find your drishti. And the arms can be out in front, it can also be out the side. What can be pointed or flexed? Flexed is more traditional. More breath. Just beating the daylight. It's always lighter here than what it looks like there. Beautiful job in your warrior pose. Let's come gently down to a seated position. Don't have much light. We can move into Savasana. We don't need light for Savasana. Once you lay down into a nice comfortable position, move into a nice short Savasana. And bring our intentions into the Savasana. Find your blanket if you need. Over you. Socks. And find a nice restful seat. I'm going to sit up as I guide you through. And as you move, laying down on your back, maybe your legs are up the wall. Finding a nice, comfortable position, maybe a little something under your knees, if that feels good. And then your eyes, quiet you. We're going to take ourselves back to that intention that we set. Get back into our awareness. Positive, present moment intention. We begin to see ourselves, colors, shapes, sizes, emotions, and smells, and sounds. Vivid in that house, in that relationship, feeling those emotions deep, fully, intensely, as intense as possible. That joy, peace, fulfillment, calm. Whatever it is that evokes our intention. We rest in silent stillness. To bask in the emotional vibration, frequencies of our intention, vision. Placing that intention with the this or better, this or better, this or better. And bringing your awareness to your body. Feeling where it's connected to the earth. Noticing any shifts, how your body felt when you began practice. Scanning the entire physical body, your breaths. Honoring it as your holy temple, your body temple. The intensive amount of intelligence exists inside and within around this physical body. Taking a nice deep breath into the belly. In the evening, getting darker and darker. Wiggling the fingers and the toes, moving your body. Nice, gentle, subtle waves. And when you feel ready, rolling over to one side or the other. Taking a nice breath. And coming up to a seated position. We will conclude with our namaste. I've reached nighttime. I don't know if you can see me. I honor the place in you in which the entire universe dwells. I honor the place in you which is of love, light, truth, and peace. And when you are in that place in you, and I am in that place in me, we are one. Namaste. Thank you for joining me for ecstatic yoga. Week 1, warrior flow with our breath work. Wishing you a beautiful and blessed evening.